This episode is brought to you by Vital Farms. Isn't it bullshit to have to question where your food comes from? At Vital Farms, you can trace your pasture-raised eggs all the way back to the source, the pasture. On the side of each pasture-raised carton of eggs, you'll find the name of the farm where your eggs were laid. And when you look the farm up on their website, you'll get a peek at all the sunshine, fresh air, and open space the hens enjoy. Learn more and find out where to buy them at vitalfarms.com. Vital Farms, keeping it bullshit-free.
Welcome to Daily Leadership Lessons, where we explore the principles, practices, and habits of successful leaders. Each day, we will delve into a new topic that will inspire you to become a better leader. From communication skills to emotional intelligence, from building trust to creating a vision, we will cover it all. Join us on this journey of self-discovery and growth. Let's learn together how to lead with purpose, passion, and clarity.
Unleashing the power of servant leadership, empowering people for personal and organizational growth. In today's rapidly changing business landscape, leaders must adapt their leadership styles to meet the evolving needs of their employees and organizations. Traditional top-down leadership approaches are proving to be outdated and counterproductive, as they often neglect the most crucial component of success: the people. To address this, servant leadership has emerged as a transformative approach that focuses on empowering individuals, fostering a culture of learning, and prioritizing their well-being. In this article, I will explore the power of servant leadership and how it can drive personal and organizational growth. Empowering people for organizational success. In today's rapidly evolving and complex business landscape, traditional top-down leadership approaches have proven to be outdated and counterproductive. Leaders who solely focus on control and end goals often overlook the most crucial component of their organization's success: their people. By neglecting to prioritize their employees' needs, leaders inadvertently hinder their own ability to achieve desired outcomes. The role of servant leadership is a mindset that challenges leaders to shift their focus from exerting power and control to serving the needs of their employees. Rather than considering themselves as superior authorities, servant leaders perceive their role as facilitators and supporters of their team's growth and development. They actively seek out and value the ideas and contributions of those they serve, creating a culture of learning and empowerment. Creating a culture of learning, servant leaders understand that fostering a culture of learning is vital for organizational growth and innovation. They encourage their employees to embrace continuous learning and development by providing them with the necessary resources, opportunities, and emotional support. By doing so, servant leaders empower individuals to explore their potential, take risks, and contribute their unique talents and perspectives to the organization. For example, imagine a marketing manager who leads a team of creative professionals. Instead of dictating tasks and micromanaging their work, the servant leader would encourage team members to take ownership of their projects, explore new marketing strategies, and experiment with innovative approaches. This shift in leadership style inspires team members to think critically, share ideas, and collaborate more effectively, resulting in a more vibrant and creative work environment. Emphasizing employee well-being, servant leaders recognize the importance of addressing the holistic well-being of their employees. They understand that when individuals feel purposeful, motivated, and energized, they bring their best selves to work. Thus, servant leaders prioritize the emotional and physical well-being of their team members. For instance, a servant leader might invest in employee wellness programs, flexible work arrangements, and a supportive work-life balance. By demonstrating care and concern for their employees' well-being, servant leaders foster trust, loyalty, and commitment among their team members. In turn, this cultivates a positive and inclusive work environment where individuals feel valued, respected, and inspired to give their all. Top-down leadership styles no longer align with the needs and expectations of today's workforce. To achieve organizational success and create a thriving work environment, leaders must adopt a servant leadership mindset. By embracing the role of a servant leader, individuals can empower their employees, nurture a culture of learning, and prioritize the holistic well-being of their team members. Through these actions, leaders can tap into the full potential of their workforce, drive innovation, and achieve the desired outcomes. As we navigate the ever-changing business landscape, let us remember that true leadership lies in serving others and bringing out the best in them. In the words of Robert K. Greenleaf, a pioneer in the servant leadership movement, the servant leader is servant first. It begins with the natural feeling that one wants to serve first. Then conscious choice brings one to aspire to lead. That person is sharply different from one who is leader first. Embrace the power of servant leadership and unlock the potential within yourself and your organization. How servant leaders can prioritize the emotional and physical well-being of team members. Servant leaders prioritize the emotional and physical well-being of their team members by recognizing that their employees are not just resources, but human beings with complex needs and emotions. Here are some strategies that servant leaders can employ to prioritize the well-being of their team members. Promote work-life balance. Servant leaders understand the importance of maintaining a healthy balance between work and personal life. They encourage their team members to take breaks, utilize vacation time, and establish boundaries to prevent burnout. By fostering a culture that values work-life balance, servant leaders show that they care about the overall well-being of their employees. Create a supportive work environment. Servant leaders cultivate an atmosphere of trust and psychological safety in which employees feel comfortable expressing their concerns and seeking support. They actively listen to their team members, provide constructive feedback, and address any issues promptly. By creating a supportive work environment, servant leaders demonstrate their commitment to the emotional well-being of their employees. Encourage self-care practices. Servant leaders encourage their employees to prioritize self-care activities that promote physical and mental well-being. They may provide resources such as wellness programs, gym memberships, or mindfulness training to support their team members' overall health. By promoting self-care practices, servant leaders show that they value their employees' long-term health and happiness. Foster open communication. Servant leaders create an environment where open and honest communication is encouraged. They actively seek feedback from their team members and involve them in decision-making processes. By giving employees a voice, servant leaders empower them to express their needs and concerns, which contributes to a sense of belonging and psychological well-being. Lead by example. Servant leaders understand the influence of their own behaviors and attitudes on their team members. They model self-care practices, maintain a positive attitude, and demonstrate work-life balance themselves. By leading by example, servant leaders inspire their employees to prioritize their own well-being and create a ripple effect throughout the organization. By adopting these strategies, servant leaders can demonstrate their commitment to the emotional and physical well-being of their team members. Through their actions, they create a supportive and nurturing work environment where individuals feel valued, respected, and motivated to bring their best selves to work. How servant leaders can prioritize creating a culture of learning. Creating a culture of learning is fundamental for servant leaders, as it empowers their employees to reach their full potential and contribute to the organization's growth. Here are some ways servant leaders can prioritize the establishment of a culture of learning. Encourage continuous learning. Servant leaders inspire their team members to embrace a growth mindset and continuously pursue learning and development opportunities. They provide resources such as training programs, workshops, and access to educational materials to support employee growth. By emphasizing the importance of learning, servant leaders show their commitment to personal and professional development. Foster collaboration and knowledge sharing. Servant leaders promote collaboration and knowledge sharing among team members. They create platforms and opportunities for individuals to exchange ideas, share best practices, and learn from one another. This can be facilitated through regular team meetings, cross-functional projects, or mentorship programs. By fostering collaboration, servant leaders create a culture where learning becomes a collective effort. Support risk-taking and innovation. Servant leaders encourage their employees to take calculated risks and explore innovative ideas. They create a safe space where individuals feel comfortable experimenting, making mistakes, and learning from them. By celebrating both successes and failures as learning opportunities, servant leaders inspire a culture that values innovation and continuous improvement. Provide feedback and coaching. Servant leaders offer regular feedback and coaching to their team members. They provide constructive guidance and support to help individuals identify their strengths and areas for development. By offering feedback in a timely and supportive manner, servant leaders create a culture of continuous feedback and improvement. Recognize and celebrate learning achievements. Servant leaders acknowledge and celebrate individual and team learning achievements. They publicly recognize and reward efforts that contribute to personal and professional growth. By celebrating learning accomplishments, servant leaders reinforce the value of continuous learning and inspire others to pursue their own learning journeys. Lead as a learning role model. Servant leaders lead by example and demonstrate their commitment to lifelong learning. They actively seek out opportunities to expand their own knowledge and skills and share their learning experiences with their team members. By modeling a learning mindset, servant leaders inspire others to follow suit and create a culture where learning is valued at all levels. In summary, servant leaders prioritize creating a culture of learning by encouraging continuous learning, fostering collaboration, supporting risk-taking and innovation, providing feedback and coaching, recognizing learning achievements, and leading as learning role models. By nurturing a culture of learning, servant leaders empower their employees to grow, develop, and contribute to the organization's success. Conclusion. In a world where organizational success is increasingly dependent on the engagement and development of its people, servant leadership offers a refreshing and effective approach. By adopting a humble mindset and prioritizing the needs of their employees, leaders can create a culture of learning, empowerment, and well-being. Through strategies such as promoting work-life balance, fostering open communication, and leading by example, servant leaders unlock the potential within their teams and inspire them to reach new heights. As we navigate the complexities of today's business environment, let us embrace the principles of servant leadership and unleash the power of our people for sustainable, personal, and organizational success.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Daily Leadership Lessons. Please share with your colleagues and friends, and please join us again for our next Daily Leadership Lesson. We wish you a productive, effective, and fulfilling day.